Hello guys, welcome to this video, and in this video we'll be looking on how to write text in Photoshop, how to create text in Photoshop. So open up Photoshop and create a new Photoshop document and have something like this. If you cannot do that, just check out the description of this video and you see a link to a video on how to create a Photoshop document. So in Photoshop we have this particular document created and we have this Canva like so. So how do you create text in Photoshop? So come to your tools bar here and you'd see this T here, this text tool here. You can click on it and come now to the Canva, which is this whiteboard, and just click once on it, right? And you can start typing. So let's say this is some text like so. And when you if you feel this okay, you can now take this check mark here, click on this check mark, and you've accepted the changes, right? So you go back to your move tool, and we can move our text. We have the text we have inputted here around. Okay, that makes sense, right? So how do you edit this particular text you have created? You just go back to your type tool like so and point on it. So now when you select your type tool, notice we have this particular box and we have the cursor in it, right? If I click somewhere here, I'll create a new text layer. So for now we have a text layer here, which is this one. So if I point here and click here like so, say another one, so this is a new one, right? I can click here. So it has created a new layer for this. So how do you edit a particular text, right? A particular text. So let's come and point here. Notice how the cursor changes. So we had this before. If I come and point here, it changes to this, right? Same thing if I come and point here, it changes to this. So let's say I want to edit this one. Point here, when it changes, I just click on it now, right? And I can select that and I say edited version, like so. If that's okay, I can now select that. Okay, so that's the basics of how to create a text layer, right? Or how to write text in Photoshop. So let's look at some other things. So let's come back here and let's just click this and select this, right? Now, how do you change the text of how do you change the color of the text, right? So the first thing, select the text by just pointing here and selecting like so. So we have selected this, and how do we change the font? How do you change the color? How do you change the size? So first thing, how do you change the font, right? Okay, so for me, this is in all capital letters, right? Which is no big deal. So you come here, right? Again, we have our tools, our text, our type tool selected, right? Our horizontal type tool selected. And when you have a tool selected, the options appear here. Okay, options appear here. So I want to change the. So if you want to change this particular font, you can click on this drop down here, and you now have a number of fonts to select from, which are just basically fonts that are installed on your machine, right? If I choose any one, it's going to be added for me. So if I choose this one, let's say, so you see it has added for me. If I come here and let's say I select this one, that's been added for me like so, right? So that's just basically how you change um the font of a particular text. Okay, so let's say I select this one, Anton, for example, it has changed to that. So how do you now change the weight? So you can click. Let me just go back and take this to Azo Sans, for example. You can change the weight by clicking here. You can either make it thin like that. You can make it italics like so. You can make it very bold, and you can just play around with this and see what works for you. So this is how you change the weight of a particular um, typeface. Okay. The next one, how do you change the size? You can come to this next one, click on this drop down, and you can just select whatsoever value you want, right? That's the first way. The second way, you can click here, delete what you have here, and write your own values. This is 20, and you press the return key on your keyboard, and you have this, okay? Then the better way of doing it, just point on this TT here, these two T's here, right? And see the head of the mouse, it changes to that. So let me just go out and come back, it changes to that. You see, right, those two edges. So when you click, you can drag to the right to increase or drag to the left to reduce. This is the best way to do it, okay? You can allow that and that's changed. Again, you can click, drag to the left to reduce, drag to the right to increase, like so, right? And how do you change the color of a particular text, right? So if I just click and accept this, for now it's black, right? So how do you change? Go back and select everything. Come here, you see this color here. Click inside there and you can now change the color, something like this, right? Like this, and I click OK. So you have basically change the color to this, and you can accept here, and boom, that's been done like that. Yeah, I think that's the very basics for how to create text in Photoshop. So let me just show you one thing. So we said when you want to create text in Photoshop, right, you can just select the type to click and start writing, right? Just imagine you write, and it's going out of the line. You can press enter, okay, and continue. Press enter and continue, right? That makes sense, but there's a better way to have to write text that's a lot of text, right? So let's just delete this particular one. Go to the move tool, select it, click on rectangle, click on this recycle bin here, okay. So let's say we want to have now a body which has a lot of text, okay. So come back to this, select this type tool. I'll just change this to regular, change this to black like so, right? Okay. Now I'll now come here, I'll draw a text box by clicking and dragging like so. So I'll draw a text box like this, okay. And just drop the size, something like so, right? And I can start typing now inside here. Yeah, I can start typing now inside there. So this is how you draw a text box. So you see everything is restricted now to this box. So if I keep on typing stuff, it's restricted to that box like so, right? And like that, yeah. And that's basically that. So if this, you can also resize the box by using this stuff here like that. And if that's okay, you can now select this, and yes, you can now go to your move tool and you can move it up and down anywhere you want to place it, okay, like that. And you can decide to even change the font. So don't click inside here, select all of that, come here, you can try to change, let's say something like Times New Roman, for example, like that, and you have that, right? And I think that's the very basics of how to um, include text in Photoshop, how to write text in Photoshop, how to manipulate text in Photoshop. These are very basics, and we'll see some other advanced things later on in this video. So how do you change the alignment of a particular text? So for now, this one is aligned right? So how do you change that? So select that again, and you see here it's aligned right. So you can make it aligned center, you can make it aligned. Sorry, this was aligned left, not right, aligned left. You can make it aligned center, you can make it aligned right, like so. So basically that means everything is justified or aligned properly on the particular end. So now it's aligned to the right. If you tap here, aligned to the left, and click here, align center, like so. And you can accept that. And there we go, something like this, right? So you can move the things around, you can move stuff like that. And so this is the very basics of how to include text in Photoshop like this, right? We'll be looking at a lot of other things which will make our lives easier. Okay, so if I miss anything, just let me know in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to create a video about that. All right, see you in the next video.